Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. This is our website for this project. Okay, our team's name is 5LLION. We consist of 5 people, which is me, Shamimi, Husna, Kausar, Adam, and Akilah. This is the meaning of our group, which is uh, all of us 5 have the quality of a lion attitude, which is the courage, strength, leadership, and also bravery. This is our animation that we put on this website, and as you can see here, this is the background music for this website. This is the positive quote, and below this we put our feedback based on our online learning for this past semester. And this is the video of ICT, and ICT means the teaching and learning with ICT. It improves students' learning and better with teaching methods. And this is the objective for the ICT in education. Next, the second page is technology and in education. I will pass this to Kausar.
Okay, for the second page, the main title is Technology in Education. Second page consists of 4 parts altogether. The first part consists of introduction of technology in education and explain how technology affects students and teachers in learning. For the second part, we put 9 ways to use technology in classroom. The 9 ways are gamified learning, digital field trips, integrate social media, gather students' feedback, creating digital content, using a shared online classroom calendar, review and critique web page, incorporate video and multimedia into lesson and presentations, and 9 online activities for students who finish work early. For the third part, we put classroom setting which tell us the requirement needed in order to use technology in classroom. There are 5 requirements altogether, which is computer, auxiliary equipment, internet access, software, and learning management system. For the last part of second page, we include example of how to use technology in classroom. In this part, we include YouTube video with the title of Integration of Technology in a Classroom. Okay, we continue with the third page.
Okay, for the third page, which is the theories in Malaysia education. This is the main theory that used in education, which is the behaviorism learning theory, cognitive learning theory, constructivism learning theory, humanism learning theory, and also connectivism learning theory. However, our group has choose 2 learning theory, which is the first one is constructivism learning theory and also humanism learning theory. Constructivism learning theory is a learning approach that students actively construct or make their own knowledge by their past experience. During this, teachers create a collaborative problem-solving environment where students actively engage in their own learning. And the key for this constructivism is scaffolding for both learning and also teaching. And in the classroom, the scaffolding include the modeling skills, provide hint and cues, adapt material and activities. Okay, the third section for this page is how constructivism theory can be applied in the classroom. The first activity is, which is truth the experiment. In experiment, teacher can ask the student to prepare their pre-lab report, procedure, and a few questions of the pre-lab. By doing this, student can revise back what they have learned from their previous lesson. The second one is the board rotation. The board rotation is similar to the gallery walk. However, in this activity, the student will write their answer based from the question given from the teacher on the board. Then this board will be passed to the group until the final group. By doing this activity, it will help students to work together to give in the answer. The third activity that derive from the constructivism theory is think, pair, and share. In this activity, students are required to analyze the response based on their experience and personal inquiry. Besides that, it will help to boost their engagement with the learning session. And lastly, the activity that can be derived from this constructivism learning theory is the bus session. During this bus session, students will contribute their thought and ideas for this activity. And also in this activity, teacher will take the role to encourage the discussion and collaboration among the students. And every student should learn from each other's input and experience based on what they have learned, they have saw and listened from their friends sharing. For the next learning theory, I will pass to Adam to explain it.
Okay, for humanism theory, the humanistic learning theory was developed by Abraham Maslow, Carl Roger, and James in the early 19th. Humanism was a response to the common educational theories at the time, which were behaviorism and psychoanalysis. Abraham Maslow is considered the father of the movement, with Carl Roger and James adding to the psychology later down the line. This theory states that the student is the authority on how they learn, and that's all of their needs should be met in order for them to learn well. For example, a student who is hungry won't have as much attention to give to learning. So school offer a meal to students so that the need is met and they can focus on education. The humanistic theory approach engage social skill, feeling, intellect, artistic skill, practical skill, and more as part of their education. Self-esteem, goals, and full autonomy are key learning elements in the humanistic learning theory. And how we're going to apply in the classroom? First, student choice. Choice is central to the humanistic learning theory and humanistic psychology. Humanistic learning is student-centered, so students are encouraged to take control over their education. They make choice that can range from daily activity to future goals. Students are encouraged to focus on a specific subject area of interest for a reasonable amount of time that they choose. Teachers who utilize humanistic learning believe that it's crucial for students to find motivation and engagement in their learning. And that is more likely to happen when students are choosing to learn about something that they really want to know. Second, fostering engagement. Fostering engagement to inspire students to become self-motivated to learn. The effectiveness of this psychology approach is based on learner feeling engaged and self-motivated, so they want to learn. So humanistic learning relies on educators working to engage students, encouraging them to find things they are passionate about so they are excited about learning. Thank you. And next.
For, for the fourth page, I will explaining about the Internet of Things, or also known as IoT. IoT is the widely around the globe. IoT is a system that have been developed which be able to transfer any data over a network without requiring human-to-human or human-to-computer interaction. So in this page, you can see on the IoT definition from two different perspectives, which is general definition and the definition of IoT in education perspective, as we are focusing more on that. Besides, as we want to implement the IoT, it was important to know the basic component in implementing it. Here are the 5 components. Firstly is the sensor, second is the standards, the third is the network, and the fourth is the intelligent analysis, and the fifth is an intelligent actions. So however, IoT also have been implemented in a lot of industry. Through this website, you can also see a few examples on IoT application such as smart home, wearables, smart grid, connected car, smart retail, and other examples. Moreover, As we look on two things from general and education on how IoT were implemented, you can see a few advantages of IoT here. So this is also the IoT application in educations. There are 8 of IoT application in education. So besides that, we will look at IoT implementation, which is here we divide the IoT advantages into two, which is the general and also the IoT implementation in education. And finally, there are a few challenges in implementing the IoT. So this is the four challenges in IoT in education. So all the points have been uh, listed here. So thank you for watching. That's only from our group. Thank you.